It never normally works out like that, so we'll see if it works. Yes, the Streamer Gods mod. Okay, let's do that while we're starting up. Let's grab the old Streamer Gods mod. I do have it. I just need to redo it for this patch. Streamer Gods. Oh no, not up. I always press that button. I go to update, and then I say no, don't update everything because I don't want them all, and it's going to update everything anyway. You know, that just happens sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. But while this is going on, we can have a look, see who's been playing, see if we can download some of these games. I also need to get the old YouTube chat on the side. It never works when I want to look at it in OBS for some reason. It just hates me. So that can sit next to it. Glorious, absolutely glorious. So just looking, it looks like Soup's been playing, looks like Mastor's been playing, Cluminati's been playing. Who else? Nyan, Mosca. We've got all sorts of top level talent playing these gods. So that's what we're going to be checking out in a minute. I think maybe we'll start off with this one. That looks like it could be a good game. We'll start off with that one when this mod eventually installs, or thinks about installing. To be honest, it's not going to make a difference to this game because I don't think any of the I don't think either of the gods are actually on the mod, but oh well. Tribe OM, hello to you too. It's good to have everybody in here. It's been a super busy like month basically for me. So I think this is the least I've streamed since I started taking it kind of seriously, a little bit more seriously, like 8 months ago. It's been, yeah, I've barely done it. I have to restart. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can restart. That's not a problem. Better than it crashing. So that's always good. But maybe we'll play some as well, but to be honest, I've not played for a hot minute, so I'm going to be horrendous. But it was fun the other weekend though. It was fun doing the Gerbot tournament. Always good to have a co-caster about. I guess I was the second caster. I was the co-cast. But it was good. Come on, boys. Load it up. Before I do this downloaded game, I'll see if there's any live ones first. When we load this bad lad back up. Looks like Super's playing Devil. I don't know who Devil is and if he's any good. I was just watching your guide. Oh, which one of those? I assume... Oh, somebody said I haven't... when am I doing the Aztec easy build order? And to be honest, I forgot I do that. Oh, no, you see, this is the problem. Now it's going to come up with ooh-woo girls. That is not, it's not what I wanted. Why does it always do this? Oh. God damn it. What's the button? Yeah, see, now it's got all the... While we're here, we'll have a look. While we're here, we'll have a look. But we've got old Huitzilopochtli here. It does look pretty cool. Obviously, Tezcatlipoca's going to get me banned. And Quetzalcoatl there looks very cute indeed. But that is not the mod that I wanted. For God's sake. See, why does it do this? I press repair and update all. And then I press no, I didn't want to do that. Goodbye, anime portraits. Goodbye, Pandora's box. Actually, that one's fine. Then I go back. When I restart, that should take effect, right? Oh, dear. I swear I'm ready. I swear I'm prepared. Oh, the first game first, the AI. That's definitely not a guide. That is definitely not a guide. That was my first time reading all the names as well, so I butchered them very severely. Devil plays Loki, rushes with Heimdall, then quits if it's defended. Oh, I hate that. Okay, we'll not watch that, that's for sure. I've been hoping to see more players try out Tezcatlipoca. I see a lot of potential. Yeah, I do as well. I just think he's very myth unit based, And I think he's just more difficult to come up with ideas for than the other two. I think the other two are they're definitely not straightforward. Okay. Here we go. We're going to load up this one. I realized that I must have had a black screen there while I was talking. I thought I was on the other screen. But this one should eventually... No? Okay, maybe not. Anyway. Let's get into it. Let's get into a game. Let's watch this replay. Don't know why it's not working. Didn't update all. We'll figure that out. It's too much restarting already, but we will definitely we'll get that set up for next time instead, or maybe if it restarts, it just works. Where are we going? Downloads and open directory. Should probably delete some of these downloads at some point. I've got so many casts in here. Or replays, not casts. Do we want me in it? No, probably not. Probably get rid of this guy. But we will make sure that everything's set up. Actually, I think I want to do a point of view. We'll see what Matty does. So we do have a point of view that we're going to be watching, which will be Matty, or El Matador. He is playing... This is Whitsley Lapochley. I'm sure that is the correct... I'm just going to stop guessing now. Whitsley Lapochley is what I'm going to call him. And he's got his spy, and he's going to be having a look around. So I kind of want to look at every single one of these Aztec gods and see what some of the top guys are doing. El Matador, Matty, is a ridiculously strong player. Always good with his micro, so we'll see what he can do with Whitsley Lapochley. He's also the guy which has the best rush just because of this Blood Pact. If you can use Blood Pact, then you actually get a little bit of favor when your dude dies. You get massive damage done with that one dude. And then what you can do from there is have favor income to then spam out these Teshiklas, which is the upgraded super version of the Warrior Priests. And that one then dies, and you just keep rinsing and repeating. And that seems to be something that we've seen right now. And that definitely does fit El Matador's playstyle, because he likes a bit of aggression. Basically anything where he can do a lot of damage with a small amount of units, that is something that he's going to go for. The relic we have seen is town centers are cheaper. And a rush into second TC is so good for old Wits here. So there could be a potential for a rush into that, or literally just go for a second town center. The map is Giza, and he's against Amaterasu, so probably not going to be the case. I don't think you ever go blind town center against Amaterasu in the majority of matchups, because she's going to come at you with those annoying weasels. The weasels are going to have a solar shield on them, potentially, and deal way too much damage for anyone's liking. Kitsune is going to come have a look and see what's going on. And the music's going to die down for a second, because I just need to check something while these guys... Looks like Amaterasu is going the god we expected. Okay, and we are all good. Is going Amino Uzume. And some goats being found for Pegasus, but Matty goes, nope, I'm definitely going to steal those back off of you. And he won't be going for a super quick rush, as he doesn't yet have his temple down. Temple is now on the way. Normally rushes are like 330-ish. So you can still get some good damage done going a little bit later if you are still going for this kind of rush situation, but not what we're seeing right now. Temple going to be going up with one villager, so Matty really doesn't care when he's going up to the next stage. And Set OP.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Mace. That's what it should say now. We've been editing what it says, so thank you, Set OP, for that one. Get the pizza. Are you winning, son? We are at the moment. It is even Steven, so we will count that as winning. Whenever I do these point of views, I like to imagine myself as the person, so it's ride or die for El Matador here. And for anyone that doesn't know, Matty is actually a very good AoE 2 player as well. I watched a video from Hera where he was, I just, I like to check out all the other Age of Mythology, all the other Age of Empires games. So he's an AoE 2 guy, and he was playing Matty, which is pretty wild. And in that game, obviously, micro is very useful, so Matty's extremely good at it. And in comes the Kamo Itachi. This Calpulli doesn't have any sort of garrison mechanics in it, only the wood one does when it's upgraded, but obviously you're not going to have that over here. Looks like Pegasus isn't really paying too much attention to it. It's not really a big deal at all. If you're not, looks like he is going to be able to garrison inside the tower. There is another one coming behind, so that could be a big trouble, actually. Needs to just kind of jump back into that tower, maybe ignore the one with the shield, then go after the other ones. But there isn't actually any villagers that have gone down just yet, unless I just completely missed that potentially there was one. There's also one sacrifice. A good idea is to sacrifice your low HP ones if you can get away with it. But Matty is going to be able to take care of those little weasels. Does get the tiniest amount of favor in from that, as the warrior priests do manage to take them down, and we are equal on the villager numbers there. But I didn't see any little dead bodies, so I think Matty managed to survive that one, which is pretty wild. He's also getting some damage done while this is going on. So the Tay Sheeplers are in. The large scorpions, he does have, they are coming from somewhere. I imagine they're in his main base, and they are just kind of waddling through. And that's going to be the Tay Sheepler getting some good damage done. That potentially goes down from the burn damage. The large scorpions don't do any damage versus villagers, or very, very little. They will be able to pick off this guy that is 2 HP with a couple of whacks. But that is it. And there's some raids coming through from Pegasus. This is all-out aggression. Nice snipe from Pegasus. He will run away. Warrior priests, when they are not in that upgraded form, they're not the best against normal units, to be honest. I mean, they should be able to do well against these low HP ones. Maybe not. Well turned around by Pegasus, going to win that one. And again, the Tay Sheepler back in the main base. There's a very low HP villager here, and the flame should be able to come out in time. No. The one issue with these guys is their attack speed is so slow. So if you're close to a tower, you're more than likely going to be able to jump in that one and get away scot-free. And then the Tay Sheepler does die. I mean, it's causing all sorts of idle time, but no villagers actually gone down there. And now Calpulli going in on the berry bushes, as the Zebra is about to finish. And the lumber outpost does have the tower on it now, so if another pesky weasel comes over, or those Naginata riders, you just jump in the lumber outpost, and job done. We have the spearmen are in. Oh no, Pegasus, you forgot your tree. That is true. You hate to see it. Oh, the infested nest was just in here. For some reason, I didn't see the red dot. But a very aggressive version. It does mean that you're not going to get all the scorpions, but they are in the right place at the right time. Potentially one scorpion is going to spawn, but they're pretty slow. So, I mean, the Naginata riders are going to be able to take that one away. I'm sure Matty will try and just get the tiniest bit of damage done. But the Miko's there, so not really a problem. Warrior Priest going to be upgrading himself. Does he get up in time? Yes, he does. He transforms into a Tay Sheepler and does have a blood pact on this top side. In comes the Poisonous Snake. And the Poisonous Snake, if you've seen Soup's video, if you do, yes, the manual cast of the Q and the W, it does stupid damage when you have blood pact on it. So the snake is going to slither away, then come back in for another bit of damage. And this is just all-out raids from both sides. Pegasus now has a lot of his horses as well, so should be able to get some damage done. And Matty goes, okay, I'm going to grab this town center. The town centers are cheaper for this fella. Didn't grab the relic, though, but I think his heroes have been pretty busy, so don't really blame him for that one. So the Miko, yeah, we'll be able to heal up everything, and that's just scorpions just being annoying. The spearmen are here. I don't know whether Pegasus noticed that one. No, he didn't, but I'm sure he's going to come back around and see it probably pretty soon. And the lumber outpost paying dividends there so that the boys and the girls can get in there and live safely. And the spearmen for Aztecs, I think, are one of their better units. They are just, I don't know if they're the strongest version of the spearmen, but they feel very close to the Yari spearmen, and Yari spearmen are, in my opinion, the best ones. And now the game, from Matty's side at least, will slow down. So if Pegasus is sitting on 1 TC here, then Matty's going to need something to defend. Now, the second TC is kind of interesting, but I feel like a lot of players right now think that Heroic Age, the third age, is the best for the Aztecs, because you get all the god powers in the third age are good, all the myth units are good, so you can hit a pretty decent power spike there. So getting a second town center does slow you down somewhat, but there is a gold mine at the back. It also does mean that Pegasus is going to have a gold mine at the back, so these raids on the gold won't do as well as they otherwise would. And looks like there's some farms coming in. Nice bit of reaction off the berry bushes. And there's going to be some samurais to stop the raids, and samurais are going to carve these guys up. There are some raids coming back in, but there is enough spearmen to deal with it. So one part of getting this 2TC action is you do just need to build a decent amount of units to defend whatever's going to come at you. Samurai on this side, you can out-micro the samurai, probably not with the healing. I assume the samurai is going to do pretty well in this fight if he can micro away, but it looks like there's... Yeah, he's still doing pretty well considering he is outnumbered severely, but the healing does come in pretty clutch. Samurais on this side going to be taking down the temple, but nice play to get his archers on board. They do have a tiny multiplier versus the samurais. Obviously, archers just in general are going to be good in that spot. I don't know if it's just me, but when the spearmen take out some units, it feels like there's some sort of electric damage that goes on. I was noticing that when I was doing my testing for my Aztec video. It just... I don't know whether it's the tonale that gets dropped, but it sounds really funky when the spearmen kill things. Maybe it's just me. Right, Samurai going to be scaring them off, and for the moment, Matty's in a pretty good spot. He's got his second town center. It doesn't have anything on it, though, now that the rhinos are gone. Obviously, it did have rhinos. This map does spawn with 1 or 2 rhinos. This one's got the 2 rhinos spawn, so that one has finished up. But after that, not too much. But as we say, this gold mine, extremely defensive. Even with how the trees have spawned, it's going to be really difficult for Pegasus to get on that unless he, I don't know, sends a raid through the right spot and catches Matty off guard. But then he has so many spearmen. That'd be a pretty nice snipe here, taking down these. It seems like 1 unit, but actually it's the equivalent of 2 when it's a samurai, because they cost 4 pop as opposed to the usual 2 of anything else. And I think Matty's probably going next age now. He's not building anything else, so probably wants to head up to the next age. I keep forgetting which ones these have access to, so we'll see which one he chooses, whether Wits has the OP butterfly lady or not. And also getting some spike traps off. That is going to do a small little stun, which is going to allow the spearman to go on, and actually did save the archer's life. Not seeing enough trap usage apart from just for vision, so that's nice. There is going to be a bit of a problem with this weasel, though, as there are no warrior priests in. I also don't like the no warrior priests in general when you're playing the Aztecs, because you really struggle to get any favor in. Ooh, looks like the rhino's going on a bit of a carry there. But the warrior priests are your tonali collectors, so all these skulls give you a small amount of favor, and it does stack up. I mean, Matty does have 40 favor, so it's not the biggest deal, but still, losing out on that one, you don't really want to, and that's going to bring Pegasus back in line in terms of military numbers. Does get him slightly in front, and there is going to be a Coatlicue, which is the turtle rabbit lady, or also known as the armadillo. And the Armadillo Blood Pact combo is something that I've seen a few times now, and they're impossible to kill. Maybe with some Onimushas out as the Amaterasu here with their special, maybe they can deal decent damage to it. But it basically seems like 30 seconds of the Blood Pact, and they just don't go down until afterwards. Nope. It's going to be a little bit of a solar shield, and also forcing this off. So Matty's putting on a lot of pressure considering he's the 2TC player. But I believe, looking by this side, that there is a second town center that has been dropped by Pegasus a little bit later. They probably grab this one down here. See, Matty doesn't know that yet. But that's why I like watching the point of views, because you just don't know. I still want to be able to turn this off, but I don't know. I wanted to for a long time. It isn't happening. Up to the next stage, we have the Earth Monster, which takes away a small amount of units for a while, and then splits them back up afterwards, but it means you can win a really good fight. Which one is this one going to be grabbed? Human soldiers, vulnerability to pierce attacks. So better against some archers. There's no archers right now, but normally better to take it away from the opponent. And a big bit of CC coming through, so the archers are going to get some good damage. These Razor Wind Weasels are going to go back to the tree. Now it is down, so not a big deal. And going to be grabbing the Solar Shield. Just need to ignore that guy. Go for something else. The special of the Weasel, so strong. Armadillo does go down. There is a Thunderburst available for Pegasus to use at some point as well. Which, if he can surround this army, it could be pretty detrimental. Because when Thunderburst is dropped down, you can't use any other god powers. You can't use the Earth Monster in response, and that is what Pegasus goes for. I think it absolutely makes sense. The Takiwa archers, though, are faster than a lot of archers. So it's a little bit deceptive about how good it is. Oh, looks like a little bit of a spectator bug there. There was an extra hit of that, but didn't show on the floor. He's just bringing in some more units. He does have the Raiju also. Yeah, can just nom, take everything away, convert to a Teshipla. Definitely makes sense there, because he can just take out everything else. All these are going to get spit up at some point. Then he had the Teshipla to take down the one unit that could take down everything else. Absolutely sick play. These guys are going to come back up in 7 seconds. It does some damage to them, but it doesn't kill the majority of them off. Can he get a good Raiju special in, or can the Teshipla take him out in time? Nice play, gets the manual special off. But from Matty's perspective, he definitely wants to take that one down. This is the main damage dealer, and this is where Pegasus is going to get back in the driver's seat of this one, with just the overwhelming military presence now after losing everything. Getting some upgrades in, we're getting Wings of the South, which will partially upgrade for your War Hut units to be faster. So these guys are going to go up to 5.3 speed, similar to the Set Spearmen. And Jade Weapons. So Jade Weapons is the second tier, if I'm right. Yes. Yes, it starts off as Feathers. Feathers, Flint, then goes into Jade, and then the last one is Obsidian. Which was a nice touch. I need to remember which one's which. Both War Hut units might be best Aztec units, but they might not be the best, but they're speedy and cost efficient. Yes, yeah. So these are kind of like, I don't know, these are kind of like the Egyptian units, aren't they? The spearmen, and then a kind of cost effect. I don't know. He's kind of like a cheaper Toxodi. I think he's cheaper anyway. Doesn't have any, but anyway, is into Eagle Warriors, and Eagle Warriors are just really super strong archers. They're 19 range, they're 21 range if you play a certain major god, but not this one. And they have a decent amount of pierce armor, so something like a Peltast or something like that isn't as strong. That isn't something that Pegasus has anyway. Nice round coming from him. Going to be a Blood Pact on one of the Warrior Priests to scare the Raiju away. And I think that is Pegasus going to be leaving that one. He's going to throw away one of his Raijus, but they do come back to life, so it's not really throwing away. It's just delaying him for a small amount of time. But the Samurais, they are chopping up those Spearmen. The Spearmen just don't cut it against these Samurais at all. Yes, they do counter the Naginata Riders pretty well. There's a wall up. If we can get a gate here, then the Eagle Warriors should be able to survive. Just sack all the Spearmen. It's probably for the best. And you see how much damage these Eagle Warriors do with every volley. 100 to 200 damage with every volley, just taking out so many units. Bringing in another Armadillo. Doesn't need to sacrifice any villagers. Got so much favor still in the bank. Well, so if he doesn't want these warrior priests, he can also fight around his towers. That does give you the favor income as well, which I think might be a bit overlooked currently, just because it's something that maybe you don't think about, especially when they're in this state. They don't look like they're ready to receive any red skulls, but they do have a little skull on top when you get the upgrade. Maybe hit that guy. Wall up on this side. Looks like our armadillo thought the wall was already built. No, it wasn't. And the old farm upgrade, which makes your farms essentially Mythic Age upgraded farms. It's all in one upgrade, and it's very, very cool. Makes your Heroic Age as the Aztecs even better. And up to full population, 92 villagers. Well, I don't know what's going on. We'll ignore that one. Gold mine up here, going to be finishing up pretty soon. So we've got 2k left in this gold mine, which means that Matty's going to have to secure himself another gold mine. He already has his Great Temple, which is nice. Great Temple on this side. Can also wall up to the pyramid. That is a Giza special, walling up on this side. And the shrine basically gets sniped instantly. I mean, there's no reaction time that you're going to get unless you see the red dots before. Wow, they have about as much line of sight as they do range, so the shrine probably wouldn't even spot that one. So, unfortunately, she is going to go down. Town Center is spotted, and Town Center has 18 range, and these guys have 19 range. Wow, so these can just outrange the Town Center, which is absolutely wild. In he comes, rolling in, the Armadillo. Who wins Eagle Warriors versus Raiju's? I guess Raiju is going to win if you do have the Solar Shield, which he does have, and he's going to use the special manually. Means that you do get a bit more damage. Probably could have been in a slightly better spot, but the micro from Matador just too good inside these palm trees. The Naginata Riders are coming in, but already taken down one of the dogs. Town Center almost going down, taking out the dog instead. Probably good bet going after that guy, the Raiju. Big wolf. I think just something that makes the Eagle Warriors so strong is that look at their speed. 4.5 speed. There's not many archers with that speed that also have this damage. Oof. And we get a Mixtlan to Kootley. This is so. There's been how many changes have there been to the Aztecs so far? There's been 2 additional patches since they've come in, and the volcano got buffed again, right? So it was OP, then it got nerfed to the ground, and now it's in a somewhat middle state. Was that one of the changes? There were some balance changes. I'm pretty sure that was it. We're going to see, because that is a Mixtlan to Kootley special. Oh, no, that isn't even him. We're not even going to see it. Oh, well, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. This is the guy that brings down the death. He's the soul guide fella. Oh, dear. We'll have to watch somebody use that. Yeah, it was a very small patch to help out the bugs. I believe there was like a couple of very minor balance changes. Yeah, it's the owl fella. Oh no, it is the volcano guy. Okay, I'm whatever. Whatever. I should have just listened to myself the first time. We've got Okuninushi coming on the other side. And all the upgrades. What have we got? Champion Warheart soldiers, ceremonial shields. I believe that's the equivalent of bronze shields. And in comes the owl. The owl has a fear, I believe. Oh no, it doesn't. Has a big mark where you do more damage to the marked unit. So if you can mark the Raijus, that could be pretty big. I wonder what the mark compared to the solar shield does. But either way, Matty dealing with these Raijus pretty nicely. Probably one of the myth units, the premium myth units, where everyone thinks that they are pretty busted. Or at least insanely strong. Here comes the volcano. And it is going to come down and deal... Yeah, surely it's been buffed. Look at it go. Going to scare everything away. And should deal some damage to the castle. Potentially taking that out. Yeah, see, this is what we want. Castle gets taken out. Everything gone. Also securing himself a gold mine on this top side. Should be able to get through here. The castle is going to come up from Pegasus. And the volcano is gone. Now, the one glaring weakness, huge weakness of the Aztecs is their siege. Their siege is awful. awful. Unless you count the armadillo fella. He's pretty good. But the base siege, so the equivalent of the destroyers, the smashers, and the fella that throws the rocks, they just don't really cut it. The fella that throws the rocks, though, he deals the damage, but he costs 20 favor, and heroes take him out really, really quick because he's a myth unit. So that is a bit of trouble. And Pegasus now does have second Goshinboku tree down. So those Raijus, he will be able to get more of those. He could also go into different myth units if that's what he wants to go for. And they will be spawning back in. So he'll have 4 free myth units coming back, which is pretty wild. What have we got here? Sting of Yapan is the poison damage on your normal units, your war hut units. So only has 2 war huts rather than the 8 noble huts. So I wonder why he's going for that one. Just because he's building... he is still building the spearmen to deal with the Naginata riders. Okay, kind of makes sense. You've already got the extra speed on these guys from the Huitzilopochtli upgrade. So now just getting the extra Melina poison damage makes sense. And yeah, I definitely rate this. I think he might have done the sacrifice to get all the free myth units, because he definitely doesn't get these naturally. Doesn't get the tits and middles, doesn't get the soul guide. So in come the boys. Did he also... No, doesn't have any heroes out, so didn't sacrifice all of those to get the heroes in. And this is an early Mythic Age play that the Aztecs can make, where you sacrifice 15 of your your standard units, any of your human soldiers, and then you get 6 myth units. It can only be used once, but you do get 1 of everything. Pretty much. Up on this top side, Pegasus is going to secure himself this top gold mine. Matty tries to deal with it, but villagers didn't manage to. And there's also a gold mine on this bottom side. Pegasus not yet dropped the castle down. There was a random market coming up in this corner to secure a trade. Now the Eagle Warrior is going to go to town, and I think he's just found it in time. This is basically going to stay 12 seconds the whole time, as each time he kills off a villager, it's going to go up. So close. Literally 5 seconds later, and this one would have gone up, as there would have been enough villagers to finish it off. It's going to be ridiculously close too. 3 seconds. 1 second, maybe? Does manage to go, but all the villagers die. So we'll need to send down some siege. Matty will. He's more concerned about the main base coming in with the turtle guy. Oh. Plaguebringer on Merakis, though. They have 2x damage multiplier versus myth units, so maybe could be the guy to take this one down. The Blood Pact being used on it doesn't give its health back. That's something I thought it did, but it definitely doesn't. I think Matty, he's in a good spot. He's pressuring everywhere. We'll be able to eventually take this castle out. He's trying to. The middle gold mine does have a great temple on it, so the settlers will be able to gather from that one very nicely. Pegasus down to 1 gold mine on this top side, which he can go for. I imagine this one was gone long ago. Matty also securing himself a settlement and trying to get up to an extra town centre. Ate Sheepler. I don't think he's used this. No, he hasn't. I hate that you can't hover it. Hasn't got the incarnate. Get the extra strong hero, but so much favor in the banks. Absolutely crazy. Is he just sacrificing villagers constantly? Is that what he's doing? No, this guy's trying to gather wood. Maybe it's just from fighting so much, getting so much tonali in. Because you would see it constantly go down to 99, wouldn't it? And then go back up to 100. And the heavy Shorn ones. Gotta deal in the deeps. Disgusting. They're so good. Oh, he also has the upgrade to do where everything does crush damage. I don't even know whether it's good. It's just, it's a cool upgrade. Not something we seen from any other Pantheon. So the extra crush damage there from the Eagle Warrior does mean that you're going to be better at taking out Oyumis, because they don't have as much crush armor as Pierce. So that's something. I think on Meraki from Pegasus is definitely a good call, because the only hero that Matty has is the Warrior Priest, and they deal with flying myth units okay, but in the late game, they just really don't have the HP, they don't have the survivability to get through against this 4.6 speed dude. But Pegasus is a little bit too far behind with his town centers down. And Matty, he's showing that you could actually get some pretty good classical pressure down as well as getting the TC. So, well played to him. Let's have a look at the old post game. I think Pegasus town center was a bit later as well, but he was under so much pressure considering Matty was on 2 TCs. Let's try and find another one. Wolves win. Wolves are pretty good. Let's see if there's anybody live at the moment. Let's see if there's anybody playing. Oh, they got to be playing Aztecs though. No top games at the moment as the Aztecs. So we'll go on our journey of finding cool replays, which is fine. It's against Amaterasu again. Why is everybody playing Amaterasu? Okay, this one isn't. Let's try this one. Surprise Pegasus doesn't use Shinobis. I think the issue with Shinobis is they're really expensive, and if you don't have enough of them, they just suck. Like if you have a few Huskarls, like 5 Huskarls or something, like they're not too bad. But I feel if you have 5 Shinobis, they just get wrecked. I don't know what it is. I just feel like they're not good enough for being a 4-pop unit. I did see, so for anyone that wants to be a part of balance discussions, so there's a balance Discord where Hagrid is back. So if you want to go in there and talk balance, and there was somebody, I don't know who it was, can't remember, but was mentioning about the potential idea of moving them from 4-pop to 3-pop. It's just somewhere where anybody can go in and have their own discussions. I'm not saying that that's happening, obviously, just this is, people can go in and say what they want, and then people upvote it if it's a cool idea, and then it will get seen by a dev. So that could be an option, maybe. But I think it's them costing food and gold as well, rather than wood, like a Huskarl. For some reason, I'm just struggling to move this over here. Well, all I want to do is do that. Yeah, I think that's right. Shinobis kill archers, but they kill your bank faster. Is that neck oil? Yes, it is my favorite. It's my favorite beer. I don't know whether that makes me like basic or not, but it was the yeah. It's a good beer. This is water though, but it's good because if I go out with some of my mates in London, it's in every London pub. Neck oil, too good. Hey Moose, a quick hello from Portugal. The Cohen, appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. We're gonna watch this one point of view. Nyan Nyan Racing Cat apparently gets called Ryan for some reason. Okay, point of view time for Nyan, as he's always a guy that does some crazy stuff early on with the civs. With the Japanese, he was the guy that did the mass healing of the Miko that just made it so brutal. He would literally just send through one Onimusha or one Samurai and like 3 Mikos to come and heal. So if someone's going to find something broken, I believe it will be Nyan. And he is playing Quetzalcoatl here, who is the kind of eco-focused one. And he's only got one cow pulley down, so I wonder what he's going for. Potentially could be some sort of fast temple into rush situation. He's already got loads on the gold. I wonder what he's going for. So he is going for a fast temple. And we'll be grabbing a house as well. I'm a little bit confused about what he's doing. But why I'm confused about the one cow pulley is these cow pulleys are normally 75 wood for all the other Aztecs, but for this fella, they are 50, and all the attachments are also cheaper. So what we've seen players do most of the time early on is go, well, I'm going to get all the attachments before I advance, because you get 15% extra wood for the wood site, 15% extra food. But instead, Nyan's gone, well, I'm going to actually herd my deer underneath the TC. And yeah, I should have paid attention. He is against Illuminati playing Poseidon. So he does fear the Poseidon rush. At least Atalanta coming forward, maybe a Centaur coming forward, going to disrupt his eco. So he's kind of going for the Soup Norse build here, which is grab a temple really early, get some warrior priests out so that you can find some relics, get some extra favor, and then have some warrior priests in to defend that Centaur and Atalanta. Okay, I really rate this play. I think this is a sick play, and it looks like he's going to find... What does this do for him? It's going to be... Why can I not find his unit? Do they just not have one? Wouldn't it be Sean one? Maybe it just doesn't say because the tooltips haven't updated. I think it should be Sean one that get the extra damage from this this relic here. It's counter infantry. Unless I just haven't seen it. Yeah, I think I downloaded the tooltips that I haven't had on for a while. So yeah, it might be Loggy's thing hasn't been done. And also what you can do as well is Quetzalcoatl can come in. Quetzalcoatl. Oh, I need to bring up my cheat sheet again so I remember how to say these things. Can get you extra favor with the old warrior priest. And this is showing the resource gather rate, which is cool. Don't believe it did this before. And this has been buffed. This has been buffed. This was one of the changes. There we go. OP. Oh, it said Sean 1 at the bottom. Yeah, so it must be Loggy's things not been updated, which is cool. And we've got a Hui will be the god that will be coming in for Nyan. It's not going to be the quickest, but he does have the warrior priest in already. I liked everything that he did until the bloodletting with 2 of them. He is going to get more favor, yep, which is cool. But if Illuminati's going to come in for a fast advance time, going to come hit him with an Atalanta, there's no way to heal your boys. And you need your boys to defend. What is this map? Cloud Forest. Oh, Cloud Forest is the one with the extra town center in the middle, the extra settlement. So Megalopolis was the one before. That's been taken out of the pool because this one kind of replaces it. It's maybe a bit more of a defensive version. But this is what I mean. You're kind of like not throwing away a unit, but you're kind of killing it off to then get favor rather than killing your villager off to get favor. Anyway, the turret is going to come in, the turret boy. And he's managed to sit inside the lumber outpost. So turret plus lumber outpost means Centaur go away. And Illuminati's not coming forward with any aggression. Which, if I'm Nyan, I'm thinking, oh, what is he going for? Is he going for a town center? Or is he going for some kind of, I don't know, keeping loads of units back and we're not expecting it? I go for a town center, I die? Or maybe even just some kind of fast heroic like these Hades players go for and you just do it with Poseidon instead. He did see quite a lot on the gold. So potentially could be going for a town center, and it is going to be a town center in the middle of the map. Warrior priests do notice it. The full HP lads, they notice it while their brothers are back losing HP but gaining favor. And he is on 20 favor, and the ceasefire is forced out from Kilu. So he won't be happy about that one. He does need to bring some units over, or some villagers. I'm surprised Nyan's leaving. He would have had some aggression onto those villagers. I believe there was 5 seconds extra on that settlement. Maybe those 3 villagers moving forward was enough, but you could at least distract them for a little bit. Maybe just doesn't want to lose the HP. Maybe wants to value this time scouting around, having a look for something else. But that town center is up. And nice Nice quick wall situation coming through, which will save the life of these villagers. Keely lives to fight another day. The houses on the side are going to get aggressed on, but where does Nyan go from here? So we know that there's a town center in the middle. We know it has gold, it has some food on it. So you could get some, yeah, I would say definitely get some light pressure on here, just so Illuminati can't start to wall up, get some buildings here, and basically live rent-free in the middle. So definitely need to stop that. And then where do you go? You can go for your own town center if you really want to. You can, unfortunately, one spearman does go down because he decided to take a fight with the town center. Sometimes they do that. You've got to click them away pretty quickly before they think that that's a good idea, because it isn't. I do love the turret sitting here on this berry bush, which means that all the villagers are going to want to go on gold. It's quite an easy macro decision from Illuminati. Just take the boys off the gold at home and have them on this gold instead. But then you do end up at some point with too many on gold, and it feels like this pressure isn't doing much, but actually it is very frustrating if you're on the other end. And just the answer for now is more warrior priests, and it is going to be a second town center. These settlers need to think about their decision, and they are going to be going through and getting that one. Looks like Illuminati wants to come forward and have a look at what Nyan is doing, and the Kataskopos is probably gone from each town center to have a look, and he is going to be able to spot that one. Also, walls on the backside have been spotted even as well. So nice bit of pressure coming through, and then the Teshipla on this bottom side. Gonna get some damage done. He does throw his life away at some point, but he is essentially free, maybe. Or I call this guy Mini Son of Osiris because he does the deeps. I think towers from Illuminati is a good idea. You do need to wall this up though, because against a wall he doesn't really do too much. But I guess he's spending all his gold in the middle on these walls, so it's easier said than done. You can't wall up everything at the same time, then you've got no income and no stables to be built, nothing else. It's like some of these guys have got caught out. Warrior Priest in the corner going to be coming through as the Teshipla. He is Mini Son of Osiris V2 coming in to do some damage over this side. He does attack extremely slowly, like all of these Teshiplas do. But causing pressure while on 2 TCs, very similar to the Matty game that we saw, except this one he is on 2 TCs, or he's against someone on 2 TCs rather than the 1 TC player. So we've got more war huts coming through, some more spearmen, so trying to take out these animals. Okay, we've got a black one and a brown one. There you go. That's nice. 2 villager kills on the front. Absolutely huge. Especially after going for a slightly delayed town center, you need to get some damage done, which I mean he has done even without the villager kills. He's got so much damage done with just the idle time that's caused, constantly having to walk between these berry bushes, getting the walls up, leaving the Theseus 1 HP. Probably not a bad decision even. What's going on? Cow pulley in this top side. Anaconda going to be going down. Some kind of boar or something. There, looks like he did want to go on the wood, but every villager wants food more than any other resource. And Atalanta trying to take out our turret on the back, but the turret, he isn't the slowest. He isn't the slowest lad when he's in normal form. 4.3 speed. I'd expect him to be slower considering he's a turret. Another day, another useless Theseus. Banana Tea, what is your opinion on Theseus? Does he need a buff? I think he's okay. Do you mean Theseus or all of them? So Theseus, Jason, and Ajax, or just Theseus? Do you reckon he needs some love? Theseus should have stayed on his ship. Oh, I love it. Oh no! I don't know. I just feel a strong attachment to this little turret man, and he's gonna go to. Oh no! He has such a horrible death noise. Oh, Atalanta's gonna win this fight. We'll just look over here. But that's why Theseus doesn't need to be good, right? Because Atalanta's OP as hell. Even his little head came off as well. Poor fella. And whoever said walls were good in that last game, Illuminati heard you. Wow. Atlanta's actually going to win this fight, isn't she? No, she isn't. I thought she was going to take out that unit and run, but decides not to. Goes back to the tower, and the tower does win that fight. Wow. Well played from Kilu. Just a small amount of getting some damage done, but these guys not raiding you. All that for one unit plus some towers. Got to feel good. And now Nyan moving into the next portion of this game. Looks like Illuminati has as well, but slightly earlier. He's gone Dionysus. And I think Nyan, he got some good damage, but he has lost a few units in the last minute or so. Looks like an archer is getting a little bit caught out. Hopefully he's not stuck. He's... yeah. Okay. We'll look away from him. And the walls are going to be up. So Nyan needs to think about something. He is going Coatlicue, who is going to be the armadillo situation, which is the right call in this position, I think, as you're going to be wanting to do some damage to this main town center. So having a sturdy, heavy myth unit will be a good assistance right there. Hydra going to be waddling back, and more units for Nyan going to be coming through. On Illuminati's side, though, Nyan does have to worry about a bronze, so some sort of bronze attack coming at him instead. But if he can force a fight and then force a bronze and then run away, I mean, that's the dream. Whether or not that's going to happen, but we will see. Theseus is the single most weak Greek hero. I didn't know he was extra weak. Bring him in line. Bring him in line. Star Demons are just as good. Obsidian Butterflies are broken. All of the myth units in the Heroic Age are good. They're just straight up good. All of the God Powers are good. It just depends on which situation you really want to be in. I mean, Obsidian Butterfly is obviously busted. She shouldn't be that strong. But Fortress, 10 seconds left. Looks like this guy isn't using his special. He is going to be using it now and should be able to take out the Fortress. So Nyan coming in clutch, or should be able to. Atalanta, too good. Theseus with his 14x damage coming in as well. Tay Sheepleg going to be going down, and the Fortress survives. That's the issue of not having Blood Pact. He could have slept all the units, though. Wonder whether that would have been worth it to make sure that Fortress goes down. Sleep all the units, take out the Fortress, then go after the units when they have less defensive structures was probably the play. But no God Powers used from Nyan just yet. Does have a Tailwind that he can use. This gives you a huge burst of speed. If you use it with all these Warrior Priests or the Spearmen, you can get some good raids done and a lot of pressure within that small amount of time. And a nice snipe on the one Illuminati villager that he probably just forgot to move back. He was on his lonesome. Feels bad. I don't think he's going to get too much damage done that's not in the main base, though, or the middle base, because there's gold here, there's farms up here. He needs to destroy this. Going up to the Mythic Age might be a good idea. What God Powers does he have? He doesn't have Volcano. The Pillar of Tlaylock maybe could be enough to just take down one fortress. It does destroy a fortress completely. It's similar to the Atlantean God Power, Tartarian Gate, in that respect, that if you use it on top of a fortress, it just kills it off. So that could be a good option. And I think that might be where he's going. I think, to me, that makes sense. If he wants to pressure the middle, he needs to do that. And yeah, it is going to be Tlaylock. See, me and Nyan, we know. Yes, Volcano got rebuffed. It got nerfed, and then it got rebuffed to somewhere in the middle. And we saw it in the last game, and it is better. It wasn't used in like a crazy position, so I don't know if it's broken. Probably not. I mean, it was... The problem with it before is it did insane damage, and it lasted 30 seconds. It either needed to last for 30 seconds, and then they nerf everything else about it, so you have a chance to run away, or you nerf the damage... Oh, sorry. You keep the damage, and you nerf the time. It just... I don't know. I think the issue is somebody went, these are the 7 ways that we could nerf it. And then somebody else went, okay, we're nerfing it in 7 ways. Gotcha. And it's like, no, just pick a couple. Don't pick all 7. That was criminal. Absolutely criminal. Oh well, it's back. Don't worry. I like how devs are ignoring Norse. No, I think so these lines of buffs and nerfs were just for the Aztecs, and everything else will come later. They're getting looked at. Everything else is getting looked at afterwards. That's how they're doing it. Spending the resources on just the new Civ, because that's the one that's going to be way out of balance. Not way out of balance, but you know, the furthest from balance, like let's say, because there's so many numbers that you've got to tweak of new things. I think considering they're a completely new Civ and they've got weird favor mechanics and stuff that we haven't seen before, they are pretty balanced compared to some of the other Civs. Like China on release was crazy with some of their insane heroes and things. Bushido on release with the Japanese was insane. I don't think Frey was broken, unless I'm wrong. The god powers maybe a little bit much. And straight away, Incarnate, Quetzalcoatl, in he comes. I don't think I've even seen this guy. I mean, sure, he's going to deal lightning damage again. In he comes. Can he deal the damage? He also sacked the myth units too. So he went for the 6 myth unit. This is the play. The huge power spike. Going to come in with another one of these turtle rabbits. Takes out the fortress instantly with the Pillar of Slaylock, and also has the Incarnate to deal the big deeps. Looks like all his units are on different buildings, though. He also has the Entonted Smashers. Oh, only 2 of them. These guys are like destroyers, but yep, kind of like destroyers. In he comes, dude that throws big rocks. And Illuminati does get to the Mythic Age here through Hephaestus, so we'll have a Plenty Vault back at home. He did have a lot here, though. He had Double Fortress. He had all the farms set up, loads of his buildings as well. So it's going to be a big hit to just his general infrastructure of buildings. And the heavy Ocelotta warriors are going to be the main unit for Nyan. Probably just something he can spam out of his buildings. He does have 3 noble huts. Does he have the upgrade to get the units out quicker? No. So probably needs to get some more buildings down. But in a very good spot here now that he's destroyed the middle with his god power. The issue is he needs to keep the pressure going on, because what Illuminati's got here is he's got his Plenty Vault down, and that will keep giving him resources throughout the game. He's also going to have his power spike of getting iron upgrades. He's almost there with all his iron upgrades, so his power spike comes later. So you need to know that that's coming and be able to deal with it. And a nice raid on the side from Illuminati, going to be going after these settlers. And now the settlers coming in the middle for Nyan, probably going to grab himself. He's going to grab himself a Great Temple. I was going to say, I assume it was the settlement, but Great Temple, also a fine choice. And will eventually take out the town center. I do love this guy. I think maybe just making him not a myth unit is probably a good buff to him, because the issue is now we don't see Polyphemus from Illuminati, but if he comes over and whacks him, he's basically dead. Like, this guy is fragile as hell. So gotta watch out for that one. Magic, is this live? No, this one was from like an hour ago or 2 hours ago, I think. And Nyan, I mean, he's hit a pretty good timing. The Hippias are on the backside though, constantly getting these raids done. But villager numbers, Nyan is so far ahead where this one is. He also basically has this tower that's permanently going to be here until Illuminati can deal with it. Also, all his buildings and everything are so far forward. Oh, we missed it. But yeah, you see that. He's got 1 kill, 900 damage. That was this guy. He instantly takes him out. It's so rough to deal with Mythic Age Greek with the siege weapons that Nyan has at his disposal. Maybe just getting out some of the some more armadillos would be a good call. It's difficult either way. Jesus Christ, look at that. You only get one of this guy, and you get as many Polyphemuses as you want. I mean, Polyphemus does have full iron. Are we up to obsidian? Oh, does he not have anything? Can he not have any upgrades? That guy's going to go down. Fortunately, Jaguar Rider's coming in, and it is literally just feathered shields, which is the first tier of shield upgrades. He's got nothing else, because he's went all in with his myth unit attack. Needs to catch up with those, otherwise units like these heroes, it's going to have a field day. Even Heavy Hippias here are going to trade so well with their full... clicked on the wrong one. With their full iron upgrades and their spirited charge, and doesn't have Thracian horses, but that one can come through as well. This is the gold mine that Cluminati's on, though. There are also some raids coming in the main base. Jaguar Riders, Ocelotter Warriors, tits and middles in, literally just everything. These guys can't jump over walls. You gotta remember that one. I can't believe that, but yeah, that they can't. So if you wall up, this isn't possible. Gold mine, gold mine on this side secured for Nyan. Looks like the gold is all kind of in the middle as well. There's a decent amount in the middle anyway. Toxody's trying to come through from this side. The champion unit's also up to an extra town center. Can even grab another town center if he really wants to, and go crazy with the population. But I think he is just overrunning Cluminati at the moment. Even just these buildings being here was a big play for Nyan, considering he took the middle, and then there's just a Cluminati just can't repop to the right place, and all his units are out of position and can just get picked off so quickly. You can see that he's trying, because I mean he has to. This is where his buildings are. But sometimes even small decisions like that can actually make a big difference. Do you have to watch out for these militias, though? I thought this was a Sean one, but it's not. It's a smasher. The Sean one will eat these militia for breakfast, but everything else, considering they have iron upgrades, he does have to worry about taking out too many houses at once, which does sound a bit wild. Yeah, I wouldn't say he beat him with a Mythic Age God Power. They only took out one fortress. I mean, it did 1,500 damage afterwards. So it's like it took out one fortress, and then it was a tower. It's like a worse Tartarian gate. I think the big play was getting those six myth units in. That was that's a big power spike. And he is just securing all the town centers now, and he just needs to get all his dudes in the same place and go for it. He hasn't used his god powers either. Didn't use the lullaby. I still think that this one is one of the best god powers for me. If used in the right place, this lullaby is... You can use it on the archers, take out the front line. You can use it on the front line, take out the archers. You can use it on some heroes, so your myth units can go to town. You've just got to micro it properly. Which is easier said than done when you're not used to it. I say I've thrown away some units using it badly because I'm just not used to it yet. And all the boys are going to be jumping in. Get some damage done. It just doesn't even want to use his earth monster. All the temples coming down. I think we've really seen these rat fellas with the grasping hand. Maybe they're kind of situational. I think they do some good damage. Maybe we'll see them at some point. The bronze going to come in, and yeah, good counters to the bronze with your earth monster. It just takes them away for a little bit. Does some damage, brings them back a little bit later, and that is going to be it. Yeah, it was a nice play to capitalize on that middle. Definitely Mythic Age made sense. Pillar takes out one fortress. You've got all the rest of the boys to take out the other, and yeah, I love it. See if anyone's doing a livester now. We watched a couple of replays. Oh, we've got a mirror. Let's go for a mirror. Check one thing, and then actually I can start loading it up. Sometimes this thing can be a little bit slow. Okay, everything is good. Okay, let's watch this one. Let's check map. Continuous drag is on, and yes, it is. And instead of a point of view this time, we do have both Aztec gods that we're going to be watching. So we've got Kido in this side, or Uwu Sevro, as he's known. It's going to be Tezcatlipoca. And then this side is Fiddlemunk, which I believe there was an account called Lonely Monk, or Loneliest Monk, or The Lonely Monk, or something like that. And I believe he's just changed his name to be Fiddlemunk. I had to get Nyan to 2k. Fair play. Fair play. And what are we going to be seeing in this one? So we have a marsh affair going on. So we're going to have a few relics. As this is a mirror, maybe we'll have a look at some relics we haven't looked at in the other ones. So we've got wolves regen, probably doesn't do much. We've got villagers deal more damage to dudes. House hit points going to be raised. Nothing screaming out at me at the moment. Infantry more vulnerable, or less vulnerable to hack damage. And villager farms work better. So maybe for the farms, maybe the farm relic will be nice if your name is Quetzalcoatl. And Tezcatlipoca probably doesn't care about it too much. But there is going to be an early temple coming in for Kido. He's gone for the one cow pulley. Going to share everything. Share the wood, share the gold, share the hippopotamuses with the one cow pulley. So maximum efficiency here. No walking time between them. If he wants to swap one from food to wood, wood to gold, he can do whatever he wants. He's also stolen a random god power from the enemy team, which this time was Tailwind. I don't know. I just find that funny for 1v1s. That you're stealing one from a random member of the enemy team. Archaic Age God Power. The Loneliest Monk is a jazz musician. Oh, cool. Well, he also plays AOM, so that's pretty cool. And the hippo's going to be going down. Let's see what these guys have seen. I don't know how much information you can really get with these spies, as they're kind of a slow. They're a slow spy that also can gain extra line of sight, like an oracle. I don't know if it's ever worth just standing still for a minute. Probably not. You don't gain that much line of sight. I mean, they're pretty good in the early game, but then later on they can get tracked down pretty easily. The loneliest. Well, earlier I said the loneliest because I thought that's what it was. But then when J-Red said the loneliest, I read that right. Hopefully. But I thought the account's name was the loneliest earlier. Oh dear. Patacatl gonna be the god for Kido. And he's going for a kind of standard advance time. Maybe a little bit. Oh. The other side. I haven't swapped these guys over. Sorry. It's going to be Thulmunk that's going through Cattle for a 4-minute and change advance time. And we've got Melina for Kido. That makes more sense. Okay, there we go. Going up for a slightly later advance time. And hopefully we're going to see some kind of myth unit play coming through. And I do like this setup from Kido, as what a lot of these players are doing is sending through their warrior priests that we don't see any yet. Got some warrior priests coming through. They transform them into the OP version, which is the Tashipla, and they deal some big damage. And if all of your units, like Kido's, are all in one place, then it could be a bit of a problem. So walling up is going to be the best way to stop that from happening. And there is the warrior priest. He's going to be picking up the villagers' gather farms from farms a little bit nicer. And no cow pulley upgrades in on this bottom side yet. I would expect this one to be the wood one, just so you can get some get the towers down maybe. And the infested nest coming in, the main base, double war hut coming through. I like this infested nest in the main base play, because you know that you're going to more than likely get all your large scorpions out. You get 3 to start with, and then they constantly spawn until this thing dies off. So if you use it aggressively, there's a chance that your opponent can destroy this infested nest. So I do rate the placement back at home. On Thulmunk's side, we've got war huts going, a war hut and a noble's hut. So double war hut event against one of each. That's going to be some ocelotl warriors trying to get some good damage done. Did we see the livestock pen? So yeah, we've got livestock pen and we've got the craft workshop for the gold. On this side is also doing a bit of bloodletting, are the warrior priests. So these guys are getting a decent amount of favor each, but it does sacrifice their HP quite considerably. So if Kido does go on the offensive, he's going to be able to snipe some low HP warrior priests more often than not. And in come the ocelotl warriors. They do have a jump, so they should be able to jump away, but there are only 3 of them, and they could get caught out. They are going to all manually jump away, except for this low HP one. He can definitely jump away. He did have his jump. And does lose one, so First Blood Kido does manage to take one out. Does have the far superior army here with the large scorpions, until the warrior priest showed up. These are myth units. So the warrior priest is going to deal some good damage to them. He's actually going to agave bloom this, so there is a way to bring everyone back up to full HP, but you kind of sacrifice your own HP here. I don't know. This feels a bit funky to me, but fair play, if that's what you want to go for. You can also gather some food there, and the little bunnies can eat some berries, get back up to full HP. They do chow down on these berries, though. So maybe on a map like this, where there's lots of hunts, it's probably fine. But if you're on a low food map, you really don't want these bunnies to be chowing through your food. You see, he was like a 3rd HP missing, and you've lost half your berry bush. Anyway, going to be the tailwind coming through for Thulmunk. And there's going to be a tailwind in response used from the opposition. And Kido and all his dudes are getting so lost. 7.2 speed. Is he just going to turn around and take this? Potentially. Who's going to go after what? Looks like the archers are going for the front line here. There's some spearmen trying to confuse the Takiwa archers on the backside. There is a big snake that isn't getting that much damage done to it. There is now a warrior priest on board. Ocelotl warriors jumping to the back line as they get some big damage on the jump, but then afterwards kind of get taken out by the Takiwa archers. And there is going to be a Quetzalcoatl victory right there by a few units. Pretty close fight, but definitely comes out on top. More units survive, so maybe getting that HP back with the Agave Bloom was the play all along. Even with the Scorpion advantage too. I mean, it was a little bit closer to the base there of the Quetzalcoatl, so potentially there was some more reinforcements that could come through. Also, Ocelotl warriors, that they do just have a lot of base damage. Oh,
what are you doing here?
Owl 52. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that one. Hope you had a good stream. And actually, Mr. Thulmunk did think that he won that fight hard enough to move out and actually start gathering hunt in the middle of the map. And Kido says, no, you didn't win it that hard. I still have a lot of units. So there's a lot of walking time involved in coming down here, dropping a noble's hut, dropping the cow pulley, even changing the livestock pen to over here, and now going back to the agave bloom. He does get the big benefit of agave bloom does actually gather significantly faster than anything else, like a 20-30% increase on the hunt. I think it's about 30%. So he does gain it back there, but that is a god power down for him. I did see something in the patch notes about something was changed to this lock-on feature, and it looks like it's not as stuttery as it was. Does this look cleaner, or is that just me? It looks a lot cleaner, right? Because I don't use this, but it... Oh. Well, he went down. Oh my god, now I don't... I need to remember my hotkeys for it. I can't remember. Anyway, back over this way. Quetzalcoatl comes back out. He wants to win this fight for his settlers. And I apologize for the fast forward there. I thought that was my button to start using this. And in comes the Teshikla again. He's going to be able to come through. Maybe we'll have to use that again. It definitely looks smoother than it was before. You'll love to see it. We'll get that reset up as a hotkey, and we'll fix that. How about the first-person view? Oh, no. that one we still don't want. The Teshikla you've just got to get rid of, I think. There's also a Teshikla on this side, so if I was Kido, I would run away. He absolutely is. You're going to be losing that one with not dealing too much damage. And where are the boys going to now? Looks like both sides have the same amount of villages. Nothing really lost right there. But there's a good military advantage for the player in red on this side. But Kido, he does have a very defensive setup. He has all the Takiwa archers here that are going to be able to defend his base, defend his villages very nicely. He is on the chickens, though. He isn't on any outside hunt anywhere, I don't believe. No, literally just got 8 on the food. So he will have to leave his base at some point. Whereas Thulmunk over here on all the boars and everything is also on the cow pulley over here with the settlers grabbing the deer. And some Ocelotter warriors are going for some raids, potentially thinking that there are some Kido units gathering these hippos, but he is mistaken. But always worth a check. No reason not to. And the Ocelotter warriors will back up. Also checking out that gold mine, but I believe the gold mine has just finished for Kido, but he's going up to this one. Very safe gold mine. He also does have some hunt this side where he can wall up this very easily. Something from the other side, though, he could be dropping a red dock coming over here, transport ship over, and that sort of play. He wants to go for it. So it's not as defensive as it might seem. It's like a pretty big military advantage for our Aztec player in red. And Kido is going to have to run away here. The jumps do big damage. And even sacrificing some warrior priests to be able to get his archers out. There is no upgrade for the archers either, so they're not medium archers like they are on the other side. So not dealing as much damage or as survivable as you would like to think. And that is going to be Mr. Thulmunk winning it. Or Thelonious, not the loneliest monk. Oh dear. Sometimes that's what you get with a live game. You'll get a quick, decisive victory. Sometimes it just happens like that. Have an Uros Diet Coke counter, so we'll have to put in that. We'll have to put that one through. Oh dear. Update. Look at that. If there's some more lives, we'll definitely check that out. There's no Aztecs, though. Kind of wanted an Aztec game. When is a quick tip video about how ambush mode works? That's a good idea, Mr. Mike Dios. That is a good idea. I definitely want to make some Aztec tips. Can't remember what was on my list. I have a little book of my ideas, but it's not on my desk at the moment. But yeah, that one should be added to the list for sure. Right. Let's have a cheeky gander at some of these other games then. When was the patch though? That's the only problem. Was it yesterday? Because that means those games won't work. We're the only problem. Let's have a look at what it said before we choose a game. I just don't want to. Patch was yesterday. Ah, thank you, Eisen Kreutzer. Appreciate that. So that means that. Oh, was it within the last 17 hours? I know that's super specific, but was it? Because this game looks good. Well, not good, but it looks like it's between two good people. Let's try it. Do you think traps stealth should be boosted to improve their usage in game? I think they're in a good spot. The spike trap does a really small stun, which is good. The other one, it's like a really small slow, I think. So that one maybe could be a bit better, but I think it's best used for vision and just the smallest advantage. I kind of like it. I think they shouldn't be touched yet, in my opinion. I think we'll keep on the when it's an Aztec, we'll do the point of view for them, I think. Another Aztec game coming at us swiftly. It's going to be Huitzilopochtli here, and Mau Mau is the player, and Mau Mau is Tunison. He is, he is Tunison. Extremely strong player. Going to be piloting the new Civ, and on the other side is Mosca in the darkness, in the pitch black. Because if it's going to be a Aztec game on the lonesome and not a Aztec mirror, we're going to be watching the point of views, so we can see what these guys are up to. Spy's going to be having a look around, and for the start, we're going to have a cow pulley up on this side, and a shared cow pulley over here. I think so. So when somebody asked me about doing a basic, easy build order for the Aztecs, I really don't know how to do it, because the basic build order is always going to be 2 cow pulleys, because you can basically always share either food with gold or wood with gold, or the other one that I didn't say, maybe that was food with wood. You can always share 2, and I think if you go for 3 cow pulleys with either Huitzilopochtli or Tezcatlipoca, yes, the other one that gets expensive cow pulleys, it's very tough to get a decent uptime, or at least if you're going for a livestock pen as well. Maybe if you don't go for any pens, so we see here Tunison's going for the lumber outpost. Maybe if you don't go for any of those, you can get all 3, but then you're kind of at a disadvantage, so I don't really know what to think there. Maybe I need to have a play around with it to see if there is a decent uptime that you can get without sharing some of these things. Or maybe that's just a guide in itself to share, like, you need to share these because it's good. I don't remember who, but someone went triple spike trap on a TC and got a bunch of veal kills. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think it does that much damage though, does it? Unless they had a decent amount of units there anyway. Exactly, Honey Nut. Just go Kets and get all the upgrades. That's the easiest build order. I can suggest that build order to anybody. To be fair, getting all the upgrades isn't an easy build order, but grabbing all the cow pulleys with a couple of upgrades is very simple. That's like Baboon of Set has been seen by Satfat, aka Mosca. I do need to update this so we get everybody's portrait. Yeah, it is like a 420-ish advance time. It's a very competitive advance time with every upgrade. If you go wood first, if you go lumber outpost with your first few villagers, then you move on to the food with your first cow or second cow pulley, and then you get the upgrade for that, and then you move over to the gold, you get the upgrade for that. It's very once you know, it's not bad at all. Craft workshop going to be coming in for Tunison as well. So that's this cow pulley is going to become the gold one, and then he's going to move the food one as well. Makes sense. Cattle is the bunny man. Bunny man going to be on the way. Warrior priest has spotted a relic that he favors, and yes, it's going to be gold trickle. Gold trickle, always welcome in any game. Bring that over here, good sir. That's what I say to that one. Healable hero regenerate. Okay, your heroes regen. That's going to be very good. I hope that that's the other one he's going for. Yes, it is. When he hasn't seen any others, so if he's going for a relic, that's going to be it. And spy. I'll be having a cheeky look around. Mosca going to be walling up with his houses. As we've said, these top players are going to be respecting the Tashipla rush. He's also getting a barracks up right there. So the Tashipla rush, for anyone playing at home, is sacrifice one settler straight away. You hit this button, Y, and then he becomes very, very strong dude that can get some good early pressure on your opponent. And walling up just completely mitigates that. But the bunny is going to try and do some good damage. The warrior priest is going to come through on his unupgraded lonesome. Going to be having a look through. And the warrior priest going to be collecting a goat. You'll love to see it. Now, where does Tunison go in this game? He's just getting some warrior priests out for the time being. Does he grab any other building? No, he's grabbing a market. So this is smelling like a fast heroic to me. If he's not dropped any buildings down before that, there is going to be a bunny coming through. Can he kill the laborer off? He does have a big jab right there, but the priests with their healing micro, too good. Mosca with the healing micro, he's one of the best to be able to do it. He's also cute little jump inside the sentry tower. The priest will be able to heal back up. And this is why Set, or the Egyptians in general, are considered a very strong civilization at the top level, is if you can get your priest micro in, it's very, very difficult for your opponent to come in unless they have an overwhelming military advantage. You can't get much done with a small amount of warrior priests like Tunison is trying to do. He could do the play, sack the villager, bring in the strong warrior priest, but can he get the damage done is the question. Looks like he's just trying to pressure as much as he can, just make sure that he's not on the back foot. Often that's just something that you do kind of want to do. Just be pressuring so that you're not receiving the damage yourself. Reach and spy in a great spot here to spot the potential Mosca second town center. And the cow pulley on the front never got changed into a livestock. Well, the livestock pen went over here. That's why. And it's going to be a sit in your base. Oh, he thought about obsidian butterflies. Is that what he's going for? I don't know whether there's a point where you go, gentleman's agreement, we're not using these. But it depends how much Tunison likes his elo. Warrior priests. They're still having a look. And it is just going to be a fast road for sure. Mosca's going to be checking to make sure that is the case. Also grabbing husbandry. I think if you're sitting in your base, husbandry needs to be grabbed earlier because it does boost your chicken and berry bush rates of gathering. So if you're doing this sort of play where you're not leaving your base, you know, he would have the resources now if he had husbandry, or even a little bit sooner. Priest could potentially get caught out here. Maybe Mosca can heal one of those up, or maybe they're just close enough to the sentry tower and playing around the sentry towers nicely. When the spearmen come in, the warrior priest will have to run away. I think the warrior priest should win this fight. They just need to take it far enough away from the priests, which is the issue, because the priests can heal up as we've noticed before. And Tunison is going to be going up to the next stage, and he's going to go out the queue instead. I think this is, yeah, doesn't want to go for the OP strategy of just all the obsidian butterflies in the world, and respect that one. And triple noble hut being dropped. Just turn my light on. getting a bit dark here in the UK. Triple noble huts getting dropped down, and triple noble huts, while not building anything before that, tends to mean full emphasis on grabbing loads of eagle warriors. As all the eagle warriors come in, deal with the spearmen nicely. It will deal with or be a good matchup against chariot archers, as they're going to have pretty much the same range. Unless there's going to be a Sekhmet coming through for Moscow, which there isn't, so they should be the same range. And the Kmechan spy now, he's having a little look-see at this gold mine, so he will see when the gold miners move over to this one. I mean, that would be the obvious choice for Moscow to move forward to. And a full sacrifice of about 4 villagers there, going up to 50 favor. What is the plan for this favor, Tunison? What is he actually planning for it? Getting out the Eagle Warriors, Priest going after the Armadillo on the backside. And there's just not enough units to deal with these guys. Blood Pact is going to be forced out. You kind of want to use that one to take down a position, I feel like. Yeah, because then you're just shifting sands away. It's not about that Blood Pact. It does force everybody away. I guess there is that. Maybe if Moscow was going for some kind of timing, you have shut it down. You have taken shifting sands away. Whew. Wow, he does some severe damage to myth units when he's all blood pacted up. The Scorpion Man should live another day when he gets to that wooden wall. Warrior Priests do have to run away. But now, what's the plan for this favor? Oh, there we go. He is spending some. He is grabbing all the upgrades. So he's grabbing String of Hearts. This is the crush damage from everybody. It's going to be extra HP for everyone as well. Also, dropping that Agave Bloom down in the Heroic Age does give you extra food. And same gather rate as it is in the Classical Age, though. But we'll be able to just get a big influx of that food. Do armadillos cost food? Armadillos cost food. Maybe that's what it is. Villagers sacrificed, loads of food coming in. You'll be able to grab one very shortly, and then the small favor trickle will come through, and you'll be able to grab another one. Another one. Gold mine going to be finished up. Tunison looking on this side. There is already a Miguel stronghold. There was a second choice. Doesn't have to be the one right in the middle of the map. This one is on the side as well. And Tunison's slightly too late to put a stop to that one. So Moscow will be very happy. He was probably putting that Miguel stronghold up while the priests were attacking over this side. It's often what some of these top boys do. Now, does he save up, or does he wait for another Blood Pact before going, or does he just think that 2 of these guys are enough? Honestly, I don't know. Oh, nice raid coming through from Moscow behind. Does manage to grab a decent amount of units, or a decent amount of idle time. Does grab a couple of units that did manage to gather inside the lumber outpost, and the tower. Lumber outpost only actually houses 5 villagers, but still better than nothing. And Ancestor's going to be dropped, and the big munching boy going to be taking out everything else, so he should just be left to deal with the Ancestors. Maybe the munching boys don't do enough, and actually all of these Eagle Warriors are getting surrounded by the camels. The priests on the backside going to be tickling the big myth unit here, and all the units going to come back up from the Earth Monster, and all the blue units are probably going to go down. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. They're all attacking the myth unit instead of the Eagle Warriors that are actually doing the damage. It feels like the Moscow units should be able to surround pretty easily, but Teshipla and Eagle Warriors, what? I guess it's because he was going after the Armadillo? Wow, Eagle Warriors all survive. I thought he was definitely getting surrounded there. I'm sure Moscow thought he was winning that as well. This is perfect for Tunison. It's going to be able to move forward, drop double cow pulley, going to gather some gold, going to be able to hunt still, and probably drop a great temple castle right here to defend both of them. Would be a great shout. More warrior priests come through, just vision on cooldown from Moscow, just seeing what Tunison is up to. But Tunison, I mean, he did sack a lot of villagers to get that play done. So it isn't like he's smooth sailing. He's just been able to secure himself his own gold mine. And he did win that fight, you know, push Moscow away. Just where does he go from here? I mean, we have said that it's very difficult for the Aztecs to kind of push through these Migdals. He did have those myth units earlier, the armadillos, that were the best guys to get the job done. But those are gone. Do you really want to invest in 2 more? Spending all your favor that you've got is 40 favor to get 2 of those bad lads. Said he's getting the extra farm gather rate upgrade. So 1 farm currently, but can be spamming those out pretty quickly. And I think it's looking like it's just a handshake from both sides, that there's not much aggression to be done on either side now that they've both got their great temples up. The issue is with that is you don't want the set player to sit back and get to Mythic Age. That's always rough. You don't want to be doing that, because then you're going to be faced with a meteor or tornado and then some big Mythic Age techs. The other thing that he could be doing is just massing an army. At this point, Tunison doesn't know. He does know that the chariot archers are coming through, though. He does see a handful of them, but the Mythic Age could still be on the way. He doesn't know that. There was only 5 chariot archers. Not that expensive to get that done. And it is going to be more of these turtle rabbit fellas with some flint weapons. I think flint weapons is the first upgrade, yeah. Feathers and flints. Feather armor, feather shields, and flint weapons. But Mosca does have this big ball of units, so he hasn't gone Mythic Age. He is there with his large amount of units that the Eagle Warriors can chew through while they're at range. The issue is, if the camels can surround, the Eagle Warriors should go down. Should being the keyword. We've seen that the Eagle Warriors actually survive pretty well if the camels are aggressing onto something else. But both players sitting in this heroic cage, wanting to push each one town center each as well. Can manually roll away if he really wants to. Just got to hit Q and then click quite close to your dude and he runs away. It's quite similar to the Nidhogg special rather than any other special that rolls like this. So it's one of those ones where it's like you hit Q, you click, and then it walks to that position and then rolls. So you do have to watch out for that one. Whereas if you use the Tao Wu, which is the Chinese version, it isn't like that. It's just weird. Anyway. Tunison coming in with all his Eagle Warriors. He does have these trees that he could kind of move back to while the Turtle Rabbit is going to town. He's just ignoring the camels and going after the Chariot Archers. Mosca does try to reposition his Chariot Archers to kind of get a bit of micro done to dodge some arrows, but decides against that one after that. Teshipla is going to be a real damage dealer to this front line. And again, the Eagle Warriors do survive. I think it was a nice play to pick off the Chariot Archers. They are the damage dealers. These camels, they do have an extra bonus damage versus archers, but the raw damage output just isn't the same. Holy, and the settlement goes down. I didn't even see that the Blood Pact was on it, to be honest. So Blood Pact on the Armadillo equals no more settlement for you. And Tunison is very happy with that one. He is going to be grabbing himself his own town center. Right after the spy, I assume Mosca saw that on the spy. It's going to be very, very close. Yeah, he sees the very corner of it. And actually, it looked like Mosca was grabbing this TC, which Tunison doesn't know about. Maybe if he's grabbing his own, he could go, well, if I'm grabbing one, maybe you're grabbing one too. So that could be what he's going to have a look at. He did want to get a wall up on this side to stop it. He does need to think about his next gold mine. That is one thing. And also, where is Mosca going to go next? So he could go to this one that's in the middle. He could walk up and move this way and start to wall up and get some temples of his own, get some Migdal strongholds up. That could be an option, which is potentially why he wants to grab this town center. And Tunison actually goes, no, I'm going to grab this town center and I'm going to pre-queue Slaylock. And there are some walls up on this side. Yeah, so this gold mine is where Mosca is going to be wanting to move to, or even if he is there already. We've seen that he's there already, but Tunison wouldn't know, as he still has 3k left in his gold mine. But as the Egyptians, they spend so much gold. You see how many priests he's built. All these Migdal strongholds cost loads of gold. The Egyptians need so much gold income. So they just chow through it. Cypher, Sage, AOM, it is a Moose stream. Happy to have you in the chat for the Moose stream. It's interesting. He has pre-queued Slaylock, but now he's getting all the upgrades. So he's getting his ceremonial shields. That's tier 2 shields. Also getting his heavy war hut soldiers. So even though he's pre-queued it, he's decided, actually, no, I'm not going Slaylock. I'm sitting in the heroic age. And the issue with that is, again, what we said earlier, and it is coming to fruition, is the Thoth will be in for Mosca. It does make your units a bit more survivable against the Meteor. I guess that is one thing. And your units just will be stronger, getting all these armory upgrades in. He is already winning the fights anyway. In comes the Armadillo number 1, Armadillo number 2, going to be following it. There is not enough favor for a Blood Pact, but 2 of them should be able to do the job. Priests are going to have to run away, and a nice play to get some of these spearmen in to counter the Camel Riders coming in from Mosca, and that is town center down. Will he aggress onto this gold mine? If there are units on this gold mine, where are they going to go? It looks like the villager is there. Maybe he could do some kind of sneak around the back. While Tunison is actually going for the Migdal stronghold instead. I guess he doesn't have the best raiding units. The issue for him is that the chariot archers do insanely well against those spearmen. They just don't really have much pierce armor at all. And now there is a Blood Pact. And Blood Pact with your boy next to you is going to mean Migdal stronghold down. So maybe not going Slaylock and getting all these upgrades was the play. It has managed to force Mosca out. Also grabbing a town center on this side, which means he's going to secure himself 3 gold mines. I mean, he's going to have access to 3 gold mines. Love these walls coming up early. Get a last wall up on this side. I assume that's what he's going to do. The gate is coming through. He's going to grab that one on that bottom side. And there is a Migdal stronghold here. Mosca, or Satfat's portrait, will have a meteor to use. It's like Tunison has separated his army a little bit. It's just the Eagle Warriors on their own. So if the meteor comes down on those, they can just bail. And that is what he's doing. Bail in all sorts of directions. There is potential here that he's going to lose all of these Eagle Warriors. It looks like they are fast enough to get out. They are 4.5 speed. They're faster than so many archers. They're closer to a chariot archer than others. Maybe halfway between a chariot and a Toxotes, I guess. Toxotes are 4 speed, so pretty quick. And not the best value meteor, but I think it's one that Mosca needed to use. He needs his gold mine. If he doesn't have his gold mine, he's out of the game. He doesn't have anything else. This is it. This is his ticket back into it. And Tunison is walling up all the rest of them. This one, he needs something on this. Does he have any spearmen left? He does have some spearmen. Come over here with the spearmen. Grab some traps around this gold mine, just so you can see it. Even just one trap on this gold mine, so you know if Mosca's going to try and sneak it or not. It's the equivalent of Mosca going around with his priests. And, oh, nice Phoenix raid on this side. It's going to be tricky to deal with that one. But it's the equivalent of the priests spamming obelisks up. Oof. If you don't notice a Phoenix for a few seconds, it's absolutely ridiculous how much damage this fella does. Oh, Chariot Archer raids coming on this side. Love the dot coming up from Tunison. Because what you can do with this one is when you're in the Mythic Age, you get the Axolotl Mutant that can walk on the land. And the Axolotl from the Heroic Age, you can transform into that mutant and bring him on the land too for a small amount of favor. Oh, relatively small considering he's got 143 favor anyway. But Slaylock is a little bit far away as he's got the 3 town centers and 24 food villages, and he's building army, so he's just spending so much food. The gold is pretty much there. Yeah, the axolotl, but this guy has to wait. What you can also do is just sit him on the shore, bring in the boys, and the shield does heal land units too, which is a nice feature. Oh, there he is with the shield. No, save your axolotl. So many priests here as well, so the axolotl, maybe just any myth unit play is not going to be the best for Tunison. So if he does get to the Mythic Age and tries that power spike play of sacrificing 15 human soldiers for your myth units, I think it's worth waiting. Get rid of some of those priests with the Eagle Warriors, then do that play, get your 6 myth units, go in, deal big Demahes, and now Slaylock is on the way, also getting his watchtowers in, getting his fortified town centers. And yeah, does spot this Mugdor stronghold. This is what I mean. Just do, if he did a trap, that would be 600 or 600, 750 gold that Mosca didn't get there. But actually, the catapult coming through on this side, I imagine this isn't the town center that's going Mythic Age. No, it is not. It is going to be the main one. So Mosca will be able to take that one out with a vast, superior amount of units on that side. Tunison goes, well, I'm just going to leave. He does have a decent farming eco here. But he won't be too concerned on that one because he is dealing damage to the gold mine. He does definitely need to get into this corner, though, because there is a chance that there is some market trading starting up, and Mosca can sell resources for a little bit. I don't know what the market rates are. Yeah, the market rates aren't horrendous yet. Wait, 28 is when it is horrendous. But before that, you can sell to your heart's content. He is selling. So if he can get a trade set up in this corner where he's all walled up, then Mosca can have a good spot in this game, even without a gold mine. Slaylock, 30 seconds away. No aggression for the moment from Tunison on the offensive, which is what he wants to do with his Slaylock God Power. You don't really want to use it on units. You want to use it on an enemy building with units around it to get max value. But maybe just to secure this position could be an option. I don't think it kills the units when it lands. Pretty sure it doesn't anyway. And Mosca is trying to go for this settlement. Is he just going to use it here? No. He could use an earth monster if he really wants to. Settlement on this side. In comes the turtle rabbit. There he goes. Settlement taken out. Saving his pillar of Slaylock. I love it. Then the settlement on the bottom side getting grabbed by Tunison. So even if he loses this top side, he's still equal. He still has his 3 town centers. He's still secured all his gold mines. He can also start a nice trade on this backside if he wants to go for it. And which one was that? Oh, that's all the myth units. He did all the myth units. Did he take out the priest though? I feel like we've not seen the priest for a hot second, but he does have all his myth units. All the rat boys are in. 3 rat boys, a soul guide, some tits and middles. This fella we've seen enough of already. Probably the most picked myth unit of the Aztecs today anyway. So many armadillos. Now Tunison, as the Aztec player, must be jealous of this catapult. In it comes. It just doesn't do any damage. It does scare these units away because it does damage in this circle. So it does some water spout damage. So you don't want to fight here. It is a no fight zone. So maybe in that respect, it is going to be somewhat useful. But the actual on-hit damage, it doesn't do anything unless you're a building. And then it doesn't like you if you're a building. It does a lot. Is the Incarnate out yet? No, I don't believe so. No Incarnate out. Also, no Warrior Priest out, so no favor gaining. I mean, he's got so much favor in the bank anyway. I don't think it matters too much, but there is a point where your favor could run low, or at least run out, especially if you're going to be using these blood packs on cooldown. Just the blood pact combo with this guy, like clockwork. Nerf! Nerf it! Camel's going to be coming through. How many great temples have we got? 4 Tunison. He's only got 2. Looks like he is going to be trying to get the warrior priest inside the temple, sacrifice it. I mean, spending... It's plus 10 each time, isn't it? So spending 70 favor to take down a settlement. Is that worth it? Looks like it is. As the gold mining operation had stopped. And this... Well, I guess it wasn't so much the settlement, but this is where the trade was. So interrupting anything within this line was what Tunison needed to do. And actually, there was some laborers up here. But what a back and forth game. I think it shows how insane those Eagle Warriors are, though. Like they are strong. They are insane. Yeah, some good units for sure. Who is playing? No one's playing the Aztecs. And I've gone through all my recorded games. That's a shame. Okay, what we will be watching instead then is a bit of a showdown. Oh, we can hype this one up. This is definitely a showdown. Oh, come on. There we go. Who won? It was Tunison. Oh, that's a bit laggy. Okay, it's a bit laggy. One of them is boy and one of them is soup. That's why it's even better. Okay, I'm just gonna have to restart my game. It did this the other day. Just sometimes it's like, I don't know, I've watched too many replays and it just thinks like, nah, I'm gonna go 20 frames 20 frames a second. Alright. I guess you are. Okay, we'll just restart. I don't know why it does that, to be honest. Come on, game. I mean, they've only just started, so there's no chance of it stopping early. And if it does stop early, it's like, meh. It wasn't a good game anyway. What do you think of this setup, by the way? Do you think it looks okay? It was a little bit rushed by me. It was just things that Uros has made me in the past, and I've just put together. I could make it look a bit cleaner, but just in general, the vibe of it, does it look okay? There we go, they're 6 minutes in, so that's all good. Oh, I'm glad that pop-up for followers was in the middle. To be honest, I forgot to move it, so I'm glad it's in a good spot. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, so we have ourselves a bit of a showdown here. So on the right side, playing as Soup. It's Super Rusty Magic. So Magic is back. He's playing Age of Mythology. Obviously one of the goats of Age of Mythology. A sick player. He went to play AoE 4 for a bit. I know he's just a busy guy with work and things. Boy, don't I know it. But he's back playing AOM, and he's going to be playing as Soup, which is also Tsukiyomi. And then in the left side, playing as Boit, or Aranos, is Hagrid. So we all know that when Magic was around, he was he was angry at some of the decisions made by the devs, and Hagrid is a dev. he's the go-to guy for balance. He's not been around for a few months, I think, but he is now going to be working on AOM again, so he's coming back. So this is the show match. This is the grudge match. It is Magic versus a developer. Hagrid is also no slouch. He's very, very good player himself. But I believe it's fair to say that they will both be rusty. So we'll see what they're doing. It's going to be Elysium, which is it's such a great map. Normally, because the gold mines are all forward. Sometimes you do get these corner gold mines. They do have hunt on them sometimes. I don't know. I just really like this map. Let's see if there's any relics that are going to make a difference. God power recharge time and cost minus 10% is huge for Aranos, because his ones cost nothing anyway. So just, or at least the first cast of them don't cost anything. So just getting 10% each time you want to use multiple of them just makes sense. Then we've got this one, which is Hero Lifesteal. Again, Aranos is going to be enjoying that one. Hestia's Hearth is the villager train time, 5%. Not too big unless you're... I mean, it's just one of those grab it if you see it, but it doesn't make a massive difference, really, in the grand scheme of things. Girdle Hippolyta is your ranged soldiers have more HP. So if Supiomi here, Soup Magic, decides to go for archers, then could be nice. Normally, playing as the Soup character here, don't really see archers too often in the classical age, but you do see horse archers in the heroic age, so it could be a nice option for him. On Hagrid's side, he also could be going for some horse archers of his own in the Terma. He's also grabbing a kind of early-ish Oceanus. I think it's going to be a 330, so not as brutally rushed as you can advance through as Aranos, but pretty quick up there. It's going to be a 330 to get some good damage done. And promote to hero, so it looks like one has been spotted, and it isn't that one. Which one has he found? He has found Hero Lifesteal, which would make sense going through Oceanus. He is one of the gods that you can go through to get some good heroes. Actually, both of them for Aranos are good for the heroes. You get Valor to get free ones, or you get the techs with this fella, Oceanus, to get cheaper ones. And it's going to be one of each. Going to be a military barracks, counter barracks, and Caladria going to be having a fly forward to spot what is going on from Magic's side. Magic on this side, he will be advancing quicker than any other god, because that is what this guy does. This guy being Supiomi. It's going to be Inari Okami. I don't know how much Magic played of the Japanese. I don't know if he was around for that. Oh well. Anyway, Oracle going to be spotting this one at the same time as the Kitsune, but as soon as the hero comes in, that one's going to win the fight against the Kitsune very, very quickly, and Magic needs to react within probably a second to realize that his dude's going to be killed, and the dude gets killed, and the Jorogumo will be able to catch up with this Oracle. Whether the Oracle can turn around and shank is the question, and it's going to be a new moon onto the stable, which means the Naginata Riders are going to be produced very, very quickly, and they get their upgrade and medium horses. Not something we see very often anymore, but it does get you started in the game very, very early, and kind of negates the early game advance time from Hagrid, where he had this extra time to produce units, whereas that god power has just made that so for Magic here as well. There is going to be some Mamillos and the Catapeltes, which are great against the Naginata Riders. Nice pullback from Magic, although he did lose one of his Naginata Riders there as well, and will have to back away, as the Caladria is just too good. They have the slows, they have the heals, and so far, Developer 1, Magic 0. Oh, also winning on this side. Jorogumo can come in and take out a Catapelte in one hit. Should be able to take out this one, but nice shockwave from Hagrid is going to be moving those Naginata Riders out of the way for the Catapeltes to take them out pretty quickly. Oof. It is an old school new moon. I thought that. That's a perfect way to say it. Old school new moon. That's what we did. Oh, double burst heal is rough. But that's what we were doing, you know, on like the first day. That was I basically thought of the same thing. I was like, oh, you can use it on the stable. And then I was like, oh, wait, we can use it on the armory. And then basically everybody else did that too. Which was just quite funny. Or went through the same arc together, even if it's separate. 1 HP rider on this side from Magic. It's going to be having a look around. And the Catapulties are great against the horses, but they are not good raiders. They just don't do much damage. The Mamillos are great raiders, especially with this poison damage down here. The serrated blades. Very, very potent. Weightless Mace does make them quite fast, though. It's 20 favor for that. Expensive upgrade, actually. Didn't realize it was that expensive. I just refuse to play Oceanus. I just think he's busted. Catapulties, extra speed. The heroes also get extra speed. And there is going to be archers for Magic, which does make sense against the Catapulties. Just absolutely makes sense. Earlier when I said that we don't really see these built, it's because there's no Minakata Tomi for Tsukiyomi, which is the god where you get cheaper archers, you also get stronger archers, but he does have a lot of techs in the Heroic Age and just in his base kit for those horse archers, which is why we see them more often than normal ones. It's also buying his medium guardhouse soldiers, which is interesting, rather than waiting for the Bushido. So it means he wants to fight. If he's going for that one, he definitely wants to fight. No, it is out of line of sight. So Hagrid playing that nicely, knowing his line of sights, knowing that Hagrid's army is going to be coming in, dealing some big damage, or potentially big damage, although Magic does have a good army here. Got his Jorogumo, got his Yari Spearmen to deal with the Terma. They're already out. He hasn't even seen any Terma, but he's already got the counter ready. So Magic playing this one nicely. Should be able to one-shot the Mamillos. Very, very close. No, when he gets medium, they're not going to be one-shot. So we'll live another day. You can micro that one. So if you do want to swallow that guy up, and then you can move him wherever you really want to. And a big Swamp Land. Going to be dropped down. All the Kappas going to be jumping back up. Going to be a Caladria on to the Bushy. The Bushy should be able to take that one out. Everything trying to run away. And I think the Kappa's got some good kills there. It definitely looked like it. Yeah, big blue bar on this side compared to the red bar. Jorogumo still full HP as well. And only one hero Catapulti on that side means that the red army of Hagrid does need to run away pretty quickly. Trying to take out the Naginata Rider, but nice pullback micro from Magic. He's going to be losing that Naginata Rider afterwards, though. A nice Mamillo throw on the spot, which means he will be able to take it out with his Yumi Archers. That was a manual one. Normally, they just yeet them if you haven't tasked them anywhere. I think Magic definitely came out on top there. Caladria used from Hagrid. He also does have the relic to make everything cheaper, so it's 18 for the second Caladria. I did like that play, though, to get the Yari Spearman in soon. So he knows that Hagrid has seen all his archers, so Hagrid's going to be building the direct counter for Aranos, which is the Terma, and you've already got the Spearmen in, which have the 3x multiplier versus the Terma. Gotta love it. The issue is he doesn't really have much for the Caladrias. I mean, a top player should be able to micro the Caladrias out of the way before Ballistics comes in anyway. And you don't really want to be building the Bushies anyway against the Terma, so it is a rough position to be in. For Magic, he is defending nicely. He's defending this top position where he is out on his hunt. If we move back to this side, Hagrid has managed to make it out onto his own hunt. As he does have Sky Pastures, he can just whack these up wherever he wants to. He's got one back here, he's got one in his main base, and he can move one villager over at any point to somewhere else. There is going to be a fight taking place. The Caladria is on this backside getting aggressed on by the normal archers, not the heroes, which means they're going to be able to heal themselves up. Big shockwave to move the Naginata Riders out of the way so the Terma can deal the damage, and that's a big sweep from Hagrid. I think Magic looked like he was trying to go to the next stage. I think he's got so many resources in the bank. Maybe a little bit greedy to stay out while that was going on. I'm sure the Oracle spotted those villagers moving to the corner. I'm sure they did. No. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he just didn't look up there. No, you've got to notice that one. The Oracle was perfectly placed. Fair enough if the Oracle wasn't there. You would think, oh, they probably just walked back. Well, this is going to be big. Has Magic got away with it? He's grabbing himself more Naginata Riders, going double stable. So he's like, I need to sit in this age. I need to get my villagers back. I didn't see. Oh, you hate to see it, but you love to see it. Love to see the sneaky plays get rewarded right in the corner. Gotta always be paying attention. This gold mine is about to be finished up though, so sneaky play or not, it might not even matter, because Magic needs a gold mine, which is why he's spamming units out as fast as he can. Also getting that Deadly Snare, Jorogumo upgrade. What does Jorogumo cost? I think she's gold, isn't she? Yeah, she is gold. That is rough. And moves back out. It's going to be some hunts on this bottom side. This has got to be the gold mine that he's going for. Oracle. If the Oracle moves to the corner, they're in a precarious spot right there. He's got to move them back at some point. But when is the question? Gold mine is finished. I don't know if he noticed. He has noticed. So no more gold income at all. So if Hagrid can keep forcing this fight and just keep trading, it's going to be very well for him. As the Caladria does come down, yeah, Hagrid's seen that the gold mine's finished and he's not on another one. Just needs to keep going for it. These ones at this top side do need to go on gold. Definitely. No watchtowers because no gold at all. Does he have a market up? Yes, there is a market, so can sell some resources to grab some gold to win this fight. There's going to be a shockwave coming in as well. Does have loads of wood in the bank, as these villagers up the top side are on wood. And is Hagrid winning this fight? No, I think he doesn't have enough catapulties. And Magic does live another day for the time being, but can he get to a gold mine? He survived, but is that enough? Sometimes just surviving doesn't cut the mustard. You've got to win overwhelmingly to get to a gold mine sometimes. Badger healing up. I think Hagrid was also trying to go to the next stage because he wasn't building units for a little bit. Now he's grabbing more because he realizes the gold starve is well and truly on. Now, if he's playing a very sweaty Aranos game, grab these sky passages, build on the front on each gold mine. That would be disgusting. Yes, it costs quite a lot to do, but still, it's such a sick play. Market is going up, and it is going to be a heroic age as well. Thea going to be the god that Hagrid is starting to go through. Naginata Riders coming and having a look, and the villagers did survive. This kept him in the game for sure. Naginata Riders having a look around. Will spot an oracle on this top side. That's what he's going for. Now he's going to spot the sky passage. The food has just finished up, so the villagers will be able to garrison inside the sky passage pretty quickly. I don't believe any should go down. There was actually one. Yeah, one was really close too. So nice play. Does get the snipe off. Sky passage is just going to leave. Don't blame him. The sky passage is now useless. There's nothing on it, so might as well just get rid of it. All the walls coming up with 3 villagers. This is what I love to see. Not many players do this. A lot of players just build a wooden wall with 1 villager. Send more than 1 to get them to build each piece. So they're all up at once. Good play. Good play. What are we building in the main base here? No gold income for Magic, as we've said. He can sneak to this one. Maybe he just thinks he's pushing his luck if he's doing that. But for the time being, it's Yumi Archers against the group of units over here. So we've got mostly archers, and that's kind of it. It's just a shame that the myth unit he has costs gold. I mean, he can grab these guys, grab Ivory Netscape, and then start to gather gold that way. You don't get that much gold, but it could be interesting. Is it ever worth upgrading the walls? Yes, it is for sure. Not straight away. But if you're aggressing somewhere and you've got the wall upgrade, I think it is definitely worth it. I think it's not picked up as much as it should. Which one is it? Stone walls. Yeah, 400 resources. It's not bad. And it gives you double the HP. Makes them so much more survivable. The Naginata riders are getting caught out. Where'd the Caladria go? Did I hear a Caladria? Definitely heard one. Dunno. I'm just crazy. Oh. Now, what I think this is he was going to Valor the Oracle. I'm sure that's what it was. You hit F2, you go to Valor the Oracle anyway, and it turns out to be a Caladria. Moving forward to this position, loads of Yumi Archers on the backside. If the Terma can take those out, it's good. But the Naginata Riders are now up to heavy, and will be able to carve through them pretty quickly. The upgrades are coming through for Hagrid, but I think he's just gone slightly too early, as they do affect the Terma, all of those Thea upgrades, as they affect horses, and Termas are tagged as cavalry units as well. It looks like it doesn't matter because there is enough front line in those Mamillos anyway, so the Terma didn't need their upgrades, and even with that super cheeky play of moving the wood villagers up to the top that didn't get spotted, didn't manage to pull this one through. But you love to see the grudge match. And I think that is going to be me, so I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I believe that means Magic is streaming. So we will, if that is the case, we will pass you guys over to him. So you can watch some, and he is, so yeah, you can watch some Magic games, as I'm going to be finishing up. I might be on more this weekend, so yeah, have a look if you're around, and I'll see you in the next one, potentially. And I've got 10 seconds to wait, because for some reason I always do it too early. But hey-ho, what can you do? Sometimes you hit the wrong button, and we'll see you in the next one.